If you have trouble winning duo rank games, then this video is perfect for you, as I'm going to be going over my gameplay and how I win so many duo rank games without even breaking a sweat. I'm also going to be talking about the comms and my duos so you guys will understand what to do and say as a duo. So let's dive right into it. So the first thing is you're dropping off spawn. You will want to choose a spot that has enough loot for you and your duo. You also want to figure out right at the start of your match how you want to play it. For example, while loading in, talk about if you're going to land somewhere where there's going to be a lot of off-spawn fighting, or if you're going to land somewhere chill. In this game, we landed at Bird because me and him have been landing here the whole night. We were somehow uncontested, which means we were able to freely loot up and get good enough loot to take on any team as possible. Also, you guys will want to make sure that you guys have enough of everything before going and pushing, even in off spawn. For example, if someone landed with us, we would want to have some sort of advantage. That would either be shield, the amount of mats and ammo we have, or the weapons. So make sure you're always at an advantage. Also, most teams off spawn that are contesting you don't really think right off the start, and will push you without even having proper loot. So don't be one of those teams. Those are the easiest teams to fight and are also the most predictable. Alright, once we got all the loot we needed from the POI, we started rotating towards the outer part of the map into another POI. And on the way there, we obviously got more materials, hills, and ammo so that we would have the advantage in any fight. We then got the gold effect on our screen, which means someone just got the key for the vault in the night shift forest. And this is the next thing we were going for because we wanted better loot than the rest of the lobby, so we decided we had enough loot and decided to push in. We see that they just opened the vault, so we crouch walked up to the vault and I got a nice little cheeky headshot, and then I finished out the fight with this kid rather quick. However, my teammate didn't play this well and made a bad decision as well as many different excuses. But it doesn't matter because I ended up absolutely shitting on his teammate and getting him back up. So now we will watch from my teammate's POV to see what he did wrong. The first thing he did wrong was blindly shooting at a wall with a shotgun that only had 2 shots. And also realized that he gave me no comms whatsoever about the player he was fighting. The next thing he did wrong was shooting instead of building and taking the wall advantage. He should have built, reset, and reevaluated the play. If he would have just have built, he could have stayed alive and we could have won the fight a lot quicker with fewer hiccups in our match. I then rescued him, like always, and then we looted the rest of the vault, and then we decided to head out of the POI and try and find more players because we were going for a high kill game. We were stacked and probably had the best loot in the game, so we were willing to take our chances with any team and any fight. Alright, so now we're going into the mid game, which is very important to not mess up, as in ranked and tourneys, if you mess this up, you probably won't do too good in either. So me and my duo were walking around in the middle of the map looking for people to fight. We were really hungry to fight people, and it always seems like you can't find someone on this map. Anyways, we were just randomly shooting to hopefully get a team to key us, and that is exactly what happened. We were getting keyed by kids in a car. So me and my duo decided to get some good tags, and then they got out for some reason and decided it was smart to fight this, even when they were at the health disadvantage. All that really happened in this fight is I got a kill right off the start of the fight, and then I tried to help my teammate kill the other player, and I got hit hard, and then my teammate eventually decided to use his brain and jump on this kid while he was pressuring me. Now we will watch from my teammate's perspective. First thing my teammate did wrong was not getting high on the second kid. He obviously saw that I was cooking the other kid, and he should have taken his once. Also, when he did decide to fight the other kid, he let him drop down on me and have me take all the damage. He should have applied enough pressure so that the kid couldn't even hit me at any point. Now, he did clean up this fight, which is a good thing, but simple stuff like this could have made us go fight more people a lot sooner, and he could have just saved us both from taking any extra damage. And I'm not saying I do everything right. I did make multiple mistakes in this fight too, but I'm pointing out the major mistakes in general, and you'll see a lot of mine coming up soon. After that fight, we then proceeded to get into their car and take it to the gas station to heal it up. And what do you know, there are more shitters at the gas station. But it's all good, because I used my brain and decided to hit the gas tanks with the car so they would explode and make the other teams take loads of damage, just like my load. Now, my teammate did take 50 health, but it was the right decision and ended this fight very fast, as you guys can see. All we had to do was shoot at him once, twice, and we killed him and finished off that fight. Alright, and right after that fight, we got keyed right away by another team. And wow, I got absolutely beamed, like fried, like cooked, like right before you go to bed type shit. I was super low, but my teammate managed to get some damage back on them. And this fight right here was very coordinated, and we were calming everything this whole fight in order to execute it fast and precisely so we could go find more people as soon as possible. First thing we calmed was that we were going to Oni mask onto them, so we did that. He went a little bit too far and decided to look back and pressure with an AR while I orbed on top of them to get the final blow. I hit a massive shot, just like the low taper fade meme. And then I hopped into their box and began to spray him with a pistol and clean up both the kills nicely. And the other team was so lost, it was absolutely ridiculous. They were eating my wall, even though it took me 2 times to edit a floor. Like, holy smokes, what are you guys doing? And then we once again healed up and decided to go find more people to fight because we wanted a high kill game once again. And when we were driving around, we found a kid that looked like a solo, and I will show my teammate's perspective because he cleaned this fight up pretty quick, and I was just trying to apply pressure at the builds to break him down. And honestly, all my teammate had to do was use cones and floors and edit them, This opponent was like a bot and didn't know how to play around this for some reason, so we just picked up another free kill. We then found this kid's teammate and decided to push him, and as you guys can see, I get some damage on him, but then my teammate just jumps on his head and freaking one pumps him. It was absolutely crazy because I was like not expecting him to shoot him through a build, but the desync in Fortnite is crazy right now, so anything's possible. Your dreams can happen. Alright, after that fight, we were low on things like mats and heals, so we just went around the map for about 3 to 5 minutes just farming and looting so that we could be pretty prepared for our next fights. We were also just absolutely cooking everyone in this mid game, so everyone that shot at us just got beamed right back with no hesitation. Alright, now we are heading into the end game. And boy, was there a lot of mistakes in this end game by me, but we sure as hell came back from it, and the ending of this video is absolutely crazy. So we were chasing this team because we got some really good beams on them, and they decided to hop out of the car so we continued to fight them. Luckily, me and my teammate calmed, and he got one of the kills on the other player, and the player that I was trying to kill was getting sprayed from a separate team. So all I had to do was look at the player and break the wall and steal the kill. Then we healed up and we were looking to rotate, so right before we did, I got another good beam on the other team and rotated it out. Just getting some pre-damage before they have to rotate, and Storm makes it a lot harder for them to play this game match out. Now, here's where a lot of mistakes happened, and these things you should not do, especially at the end of the game. This is like one of the most important parts of your game to get extra points, and just you should never make these mistakes. The first thing I did wrong was pushing an opponent that was outside of the storm. Yes, I did get the kill, but it ultimately set me and my duo up for failure as we were now split apart, and I was trying to get into the zone. And as soon as I did get into the zone, I forgot to change materials and I got beamed and ultimately died. Also, one mistake my duo did, he could have held for 1 second longer and I would have got res, but his dumbass decided to stick the res instead of building another wall and continuing. Anyways, here I thought my game was over. But my duo got my reboot and decided to run away from all those players, which, props to him, was the right idea. But then he decided to go to the wrong reboot. If he went to the other reboot, he could have rezzed me while the zone was moving and we wouldn't have taken any damage and would have been on the dead side. But he made the bold decision to go to the reboot in zone. He then got cooked by a team in the zone and had to steal their car and get away. He then healed and was ready to try for the reboot again. He then proceeds to build the biggest and strongest base around the reboot van like it was freaking FNCS. But it was a great decision by him once again. Now we knew that I was going to get focused out of the air, so my teammate opened up the top and calmed for me to drop into the base from above. And so we did. So then he rezzed me, and now all I need to do is find loot and win the game. And boy, was that going to be tricky. He gave me materials and ammo, and then I made the decision to go look around for the loot as the team near us just left and they just got out of a fight. And by golly did I get lucky. I found a whole loadout, movement and heals, and then we decided to start rotating as the zone was moving and we needed to get there before we got sprayed. While we were rotating, I got an absolute fry on the solo and then decided to rotate to the zone. I boxed up and opened a door for my teammate to get with me. We then looked back and got one kill and the other one got stolen. But this was perfect as it gave us the opportunity to get full mats, ammos, and heals, also some extra movement. We then started to rotate and broke everyone down from height so we could have it. And I beamed a kid, and because of the Fortnite's desync problem, as I recorded this video, I somehow shot this kid through a wall and picked it up. And then the last two kids were fighting in the zone, so all me and my teammates had to do was spray the kid down before and get a free win. And that is how even in some of the most scuffed situations we can win a game easily. And if you guys did enjoy or helped you out in any way, please like and subscribe as it helps me out so much. Also, send this video to your duo so that they don't sell you anymore in your ranked and tournament games. And if you guys would please use code NOTFULL in the Fortnite item shop, it would help me out so much. I love you all, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Peace, guys.